So good to see you, sweetheart. Oh my God. I hope
And look at this place.
it's a little different. On the road for about 2 weeks in 2 different cities, showing up what we're kind of like looking at. And this is where it starts.
Totally Borris.
It is.
Yes.
Some of the things, and this is, some of the machines where we
And there too.
yep,
Already.
on the table. Mostly is in, thanks for coming over and interviewing me. It's been a pleasure.
Chicago in the beautiful neighborhood, and meeting with a good friend of mine, actually, a fabulous gentleman, fabulous designer, Mr. Borris Powell.
Hi,
Borris.
How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to do this interview with you.
I'm excited as well.
Because Borris and I go back. Way back.
Way back.
Way back. And I know that, your business actually, when you first started, I think you opened your first store. It was right about the time also that I opened my business.
Yeah.
That's
when you were launching the makeup line.
Yeah, it was like 12 years ago or so, right?
At least, maybe 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Good
That's
memory.
Yeah, because I remember first meeting you, and I went to your store and with my family,
How's your family?
Oh, my family's doing well. Lahaina, who introduced me to you, because she did an interview with you.
She sure did.
Yeah, when you first started. So she came, she was in Northwestern University.
Yep, I remember.
She's in journalism, and she's now in D.C. somewhere.
D.C. Oh, she was so sweet. You got to make sure you tell her I said hi.
I will.
And if you're watching, hi, sweetie.
Yeah, so I remember your first store, and then we've met each other in different events, like fashion show events, which usually I was sponsoring the makeup, so I was doing the makeup in the back, and you doing the designs. But we never really sat down like this on an interview, so I'm so excited.
It's due, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure.
I know you're very tired because I know that you.
Do I look tired?
No, you don't. You don't. You pull it off really great. But I know you're tired because you just came back from, touring all over and doing your shows. I know how that could be, because I used to travel for my business as well. And I know when I come back, I'm out for like a week.
I wanted to be. That was my goal. I was going to come back. I actually just arrived late Tuesday night. And I was going to come back, tidy up some things for the week. And then I was going to escape on the weekend and take 3 days to myself to decompress. And,
you need that.
Yeah, I was going to go to either Michigan or Wisconsin because it's close.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to have a chance.
Are you serious?
I landed, and my problem is I'm always chasing my work.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, I love it so much that that's all I'm ever thinking about is my work. So I had a client to message me and they wanted to meet me on Wednesday. And then a new client wanted to meet me on Thursday. So as soon as I landed Tuesday night, I was preparing for a client on Wednesday, client on Thursday. Today is Friday, and now my best friend is flying in tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm not going to get that getaway this weekend. But it's okay. It's totally okay.
So much going on, and thank you so much again for being able to fit us right in.
Absolutely.
I wanted to feature you in our show, the Fame Show with Nena and Tchi, and it's on every Sunday at 8 o'clock. So
AM or PM?
PM, 8 p.m.
Awesome.
It's on Roku channel, AEGTV, Roku channel. It's on Amazon Live.
Wow.
It's on Zubario TV, which is a Latino TV station.
Yeah.
So,
This is amazing. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
This is really fantastic.
Thank you. So, I've been following you. I've been following your designs. You are just amazing, amazing. I mean, I want a piece or two or three of the stuff that.
We'll just do a whole new wardrobe for you.
Seriously,
Yeah,
seriously.
absolutely.
Now that I have, this show, I really would love to be able to sport some of your stuff and, have it on the show. So definitely I'm going to be doing that. But so tell me, what's up? Like, I know you went from, you've had stores and, the great thing is we're still here.
We're still here.
After the pandemic, we're still here.
Yes. Thank someone.
Exactly.
We're still
Thank
here.
God. And, you're still thriving and, doing your thing. It's so exciting to see that. And tell me what's going on.
Well, just trying to reinvent myself, reinvent the wheel. Because as everyone knows, we're in the middle of a pandemic. They say that we're at the tail end of it, but you just don't know these days. So what I had to do is just try to stay afloat. That was my game plan when the pandemic hit. It wasn't to try and make millions on like some new idea or anything like this. It was just to survive. I knew in the back of my head that if I was one of the artists that could just stay afloat and survive, that I would have a really good place once this all kind of blew over. Because so many people are just unfortunately not going to make it.
Yeah.
I wish that we all could, but it's just, like the reality of it all, just so many people are not going to. So my game was just to sustain so that I can still be relevant once all this blows over. And how I did that was I started making the mask during the beginning of the pandemic.
I saw that. Yeah.
And it was kind of fun because it was just new and different. But it also it forced me to hire more seamstresses, which is funny because you're talking about like way less volume, but financially less volume. But the quantities were just so much more higher in numbers. But I actually had to hire a few extra seamstresses, which made it fun. Just like because so many people were alone during the pandemic, which is not good for any of us. For our human nature, we're meant to be with people. We're meant to be with groups of people. Even the most the most shyest person out there, the most introvert is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
You still need some sort of human interaction.
Right.
And so during this time, I found it to be very tough for many people to not have anyone around. So I was very blessed that I had like 4 and 5 ladies coming here to sew 3 days a week. It just kept us in the game psychologically, which is really, really, really cool. And then on the other times, what I was doing was I was getting in my car and I was traveling, doing these traveling trunk shows because the city of Chicago was completely shut down. So I'm like, how am I going to make money? I can't survive on making masks.
Right.
It's just not possible.
Right.
So I pack up my car and I drive to Tennessee. I drive to Omaha.
Wow.
And I just get on the road and go wherever I could to sell my product. And it has been a lot of fun. It's been an eye-opener. I'm transitioning to just a new business model. I found a lot of joy being on the road. I've always loved traveling. Since I was a kid, I've always loved traveling.
Yeah.
But now I'm combining traveling and my love for my art. And it's just been great. And I actually, like you said, I just arrived back this week and I was in Colorado, 2 different cities, over a period of 2 weeks. And I had 4 fashion shows and 5 trunk shows. It was quite incredible.
That's so inspiring. It's so inspiring to hear that because I know as a business person myself, I know what we went through during the pandemic, having everything shut down, no events where we lived through events, your fashion, my makeup, all that, no stores, no retail. Whew, tough.
It was tough.
Tough time.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really understand. They don't grasp what that really was.
Yeah.
And just to put it out there and make a lot of people understand, when the pandemic hit and everything shut down, 100% of my business went away.
Oh, for sure.
100%. Like
For
you
sure.
say, there are no events.
Right.
And I am known for special occasion pieces, whether it's the gala, where it's a red carpet, bar mitzvahs, like high-end birthdays, anniversaries. but no one was doing any of this. There was nothing going on.
And that's what made you, because you had to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
You can't quit.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, it's the same thing that I did, right? Like, you know, you gotta face reality.
Yeah.
This is it. So what are you gonna do? Like, you're not gonna sit in the corner and cry,
No.
or wait till something happens. So you gotta reinvent yourself, which you did. You started traveling, doing things in other cities that maybe is more open than Chicago.
Yes.
You know, and thank God that things are happening back again here in Chicago. That events are starting to happen again. So hopefully we'll be able to work with each other.
Yes.
With the concerts, the designs, the fashion shows. Boy.
When I tell you, when this all blows over and all the mask mandates are up or lifted, I am going to come out kicking and screaming. Yes, kicking and screaming.
Huge.
You know how like that feel of Chicago summertime?
Yeah.
Like the first, day of
Yeah,
summer,
like-
and the city is going wild, buck wild.
Yeah.
Because we've been pent up for 6 months of winter.
Yeah.
This is how I'm coming out of the pandemic. We've been pent up for 2 years, and I'm coming out full-fledged.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen for you, you know,
Always.
because you're just driven. You're driven. I love it. And I love that you reinvent yourself. You started to do things. I'm here at your shop. Your shop looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Your designs look beautiful. I mean, you know, you got it going on.
My mom will be happy to hear that.
Oh my God, yes, you got it going on. So I'm so proud of you.
Oh my
so,
God.
So proud of you and so happy for everything that's going on. I know that, you know, there's still a lot of things that we could do, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
I mean, there's so many things that we can do and we will do, but the number one thing that we have to do is stay in the game.
yeah.
You know, we have to completely believe in ourselves no matter what it takes. Believe in yourself and just get out there and stay in the game and do it for other people. As long as
Yeah.
you're out there trying to motivate and inspire other people, your life is going to be worth it.
And you know what I love is that listening to you, because it's kind of like what I'm trying to do as well, like how you reinvent yourself. And now I even saw you have a band. I didn't even know Borris Powell sing, but now you're singing. You're with a band with fashion. That's what's up.
I am so excited about it. Quick story of why I have the band and why I do what I do. I try not to make it long-winded so that I don't get too emotional. But a few years ago, just before the pandemic, I found myself in a really bad place. Mentally, I just wasn't happy with what was going on in my world of fashion and just the world itself. It was just so dark, and I found myself living in this negative, dark world. And I mean, I wasn't alone. That was a lot of us, but I'm such an upbeat type of person.
You are, yeah.
And I do what I do for other people. I never do anything for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And just life started to hit me in a really bad spot, and I became very depressed and suicidal, and I didn't want to be on this earth anymore. So I was doing really harmful things just to get rid of life. I just didn't want to live anymore. And one day I was actually traveling on one of our expressways, and I was doing some stupid things with the car, and I heard this one song by Fantasia Barrino, I believe, and this is the song that she performed when she won American Idol years ago. So I mean, we've all listened to this song so many times. It's such a wonderful song with a great message, but this was the first time I heard it in the way that I needed to have heard it, and it saved my life. And at that point, when I heard this song, I pulled my foot off the gas pedal, and something came over me, and I was like, I still want to be on this earth. And then the very next song that came on was another song that we've heard all of our lives. We all grew up with it. Was "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me," George Michael, Elton John.
Yes.
And it was the very next song with the message, "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me." So it was two songs back to back that I say really saved my life. And at that moment, I remember what my number one inspiration was, which is music. And I said, I'm going to give my life back through music, and I'm going to inspire people with my talents of being a designer incorporating with music. So I decided to get on stage and perform my story about why that collection was created through music. And I found a new joy, and it saves my life. It, it gives me something to look forward to, and we all know that music, it heals the soul, it saves the soul, and so I enjoy combining it with fashion and getting on stage and entertaining, and that's what I do.
Oh wow, that's so. Ooh, that's heavy.
I know.
I didn't even know that was going on because you are such a fun person. You're always like upbeat. You're always happy. You're always like crazy.
I am.
You know what I mean? Like, just like, you would never know what people go through. But thank you for sharing that.
Of course, and that's what made it much more difficult, is because you don't want, when you're in that space, you don't want anyone else knowing about it, because you don't want them to judge you. You probably don't want anyone feeling sorry and sad for yourself. But other than that, like, the biggest thing is that when you're in the service industry, you're providing something to other people, especially like a high-end luxury brand. You don't want anyone to feel any sort of negative way, because you're thinking that's going to be your client that's going to leave, and that's going to be your money.
For sure.
So
I understand that.
You don't share those things, which is very harmful.
Yeah.
It's very hard for you to embody, just to embody all that by yourself.
Oh yeah.
And so that's why I got into like dark. Well, it went downhill really fast because I wasn't sharing that, and I had to play that double life. I was going out to charity events and galas, brushing shoulders with millionaires, and I'm having to live that life. But then I get back in my car to come to my place, and I didn't have money to eat. So it was tough. And what I tell people now is, like, check on your friends, especially the ones that are so happy, especially the ones that are so positive. Like,
that is true, because during the pandemic we lost like that comedian. What's his name?
See, I know who you're talking about.
Oh my God!
And I had to come back to it.
I can't imagine, because he's a funny person.
Yeah.
He has all the money in the world.
Yeah.
You don't know what was going on behind the scenes, really, to kill himself. Williams. Oh my gosh! But
I know you're talking about. It's Williams, something like that.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Robin
Williams.
Yes, Robin Williams.
Yeah, and like, you don't know what was going on. Like, I couldn't figure out why and how. But we just never know, like, what really goes on. But you know what, Borris? Like, you are such a talented man, and you have such a heart. I know, and so you have to just weather the storm, which you did, and things will get better. Things will get better. And the ones that really survive are the ones that are strong. And I know you're strong.
Oh, thank you.
And it's not easy. Believe me, I know, because I went through the same thing as far as the business is concerned.
Yeah.
Where in one day you're like on top of the world, right, doing your thing, and it shut down. One day everything shut down, and you got nothing coming in. You know what I mean? But you have to, you did good, because you reinvented yourself. Now you're on the way. I know it's not going to be the same like before, but you have so much talent, not only in your designs, but your music now, and your personality, your character, everything. So you got it going on. So it's just time, and it's going to happen. But
Thank you.
I appreciate you sharing your story, because that's probably something that a lot of the people don't know about you.
It is definitely a shock when people hear their story, but I think it's important for everyone to hear it, and it's also important for me to tell it, and it saves me, and it gives me more purpose and will to survive.
Yeah.
And I just know, like, if you can just hang on one more day, as cliche as that can be, your time will come, and everything passes.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful that I heard those two songs, and I'm still here to continue to pour my love into this world.
We are all grateful. Believe me, we're all grateful that you're still here.
Thank you.
And thank you again for taking the time for this interview.
My pleasure.
It's really an honor to be able to interview you. and get to know you a little bit more, the deeper side of Mr. Borris Powell, of Borris Powell Designs.
Oh.
Okay, so Borris, thank you from the bottom of my heart again for having us here, my crew, and for doing this interview at the Fame Show. Now tell our audience where they could find you, where they could find all these beautiful designs.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's been such an honor and pleasure, and it's been way too long. Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you've enjoyed our little interview here. It's been so much fun. Again, I am Borris Powell, and you can find me at borrispowell.com, and that's 2 R's in Borris, 2 L's in Powell, BORRISPOWELL.com, or at Borris Powell Designs with an S on Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. Stay alive.
Thank you.